Hello everybody on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. And we're going to start soon. I'm going to start letting the students in soon on Zoom. There is a link in the chat. Actually, maybe there's not. There's a link in the description, that's for sure, where you can get the Zoom info and you can join us live. So it really adds to the experience if you join us live, because then I can see what you're doing. I can correct you. If you're just following us on YouTube, thank you. It's great to have you along. But I can't interact with you because I can't see you on YouTube, okay? So anyway, it's up to you, but it would be great to see you in our Zoom. And also on YouTube, please, if you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button and the notification button. And that way you get notified every time that we go live or every time we upload any kind of video, all right? And I'm soon going to be doing more and more videos, not just these live streams, but also some helpful tips and things like that. All right, see you soon. I hope you join us on Zoom. Hello, good morning and good evening, everyone. And Sarah, I saw your name in the list. And when I was having my breakfast, I thought, oh boy, I've heard that things are bad in Europe. I wonder if we'll see Sarah today. That's exactly what I thought. And there you are. Happy to see you and sorry to see you all at the same time. Anyway, all right, we've got Thomas still coming in. Hello, Thomas. Great to see you. Okay, away we go. Technology is cooperating with me so far today, so that's good. Got you up there, I've got you down there. All right. All right, let's expand. Again. Stretch your neck up. Expand your chest out through the arms into the compressed joining of the palms. Keep that cycle going. Okay, let's bow in. Shoulder knee. Hey. はい、お願いします。はい。Toes. Stretch upward and turn. Other side. Toes, toes again. Right, legs wide. Toes to toes. Other side. Right down the center. Right, and turn behind me. Keep the chest open. Right, other side. And down the center. Feet together. Loosen the hips. Right, and pull your center towards your feet. Not the chest, but the tanben center point. Right, open the rib cage. And more. Other side. And turn. All right, loosen the ankles. Other way. And both directions. I bend the toes. Other way. Stretch them out. And open them up. Right, massage. I am pumping. Out. Other foot. Way. I bend the toes. Other way. And lengthen them. Open them. Massage. And palm me. Take it out. Right on your belly. And up. Side. Other side. And both sides. Right, and child's pose. To the side. Other side. Drop a shoulder. Other side. This time drop a shoulder and roll your arm. Other side. Up onto the toes, squatting. And up. Nice circles with the knees. Other way. And alternate. Ripen, touch the toes. Ripen. And touch the toes. Toes out, knees out. Up again. Right, legs wide. Bend one knee. Right, other side. Drop a shoulder. Other shoulder. And alternate. All the way down. And the other side. Back up to the center line. And alternate at your own speed. Should give you a nice stretch at the shoulder blades and the lower back. Right, and drop the hips as far as you can. And now stretch the knees out. Be careful, it's a very powerful stretch. Okay, scoop it up. Bring it into your center, then push it out of your center. Again. In, compress into the center, and then expand and expel. Once more. Then hands like this, up above, step forward, turn to the outside. Other side. And again. In. All right, and then hands like this. Just loosen this up. And stretch out this way. Then change the fingers like this. And again, step forward, turn to the outside. Other side. Then let's roll the shoulders up and back. And feet straight. Rock onto the heels and the balls. Heels, balls, and feet. Heels, balls, and feet. And side to side. Allow this knee to bend. You should feel it in the lower back. Should feel great. And it's a little different from this one that we often do. It's really letting the spine move this way and that way. Okay, and then wrists. Right. Other hand. And then transition down. So now it's from below coming up. The other hand. Then let it roll. Kotegaishi. Other hand. Sankyo. Other hand. And this one that we don't have a name for yet. Other hand. Switch again. And switch again. Shake them out. Again. Big this time. Press that again. Press and expand. Press again. Okay, right foot at 65 degrees, left foot 4 lengths forward. 3, 4. Shoulders way up, shoulders way back, shoulders way down. And then the trick is to keep this, even though the hands are going to be going forward. Okay, make sure you don't do that. Here we go. Hey ho, 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 hey ho. My left foot 65 degrees. Right foot 1, 2, 3, 4. Maintain the level shoulders, the level hips, and the center line. Shoulders up and back and down. Here we go. Hey ho, 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 hey ho. Inhale. Press again. And again. Hey, all right. Okay. So if we have time today, I want to do some Joe, but I want to reverse it from what I've been doing lately. Let's do Joe at the end if we have time. And thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Forgot to ask at the beginning. Okay, great, thank you. Okay, so let's start off with our bokken, please. Okay, eye level. Right, all right. And I want to start right in with C pattern. And so it's been a while since we've done it. Anyway, right foot forward. Feel free to watch me the first time if you want, or you can do it with me. Depends on how much you remember. Anyway, C pattern. We step forward with the left, and on Tenkan, we're cutting Kesagiri. And we leave our feet there, but we move them along the center line. And Kiriage. Okay. And some things to remember. Kiriage, first of all, it's easy to forget to use your hips for Kiriage. Very easy to just do this cut with your arms. And it's almost impossible to use the hips if the shoulders are out, are not exactly on top of the hips. Okay, if the shoulders are out like that and the hips are out behind you, it's really hard to initiate this cut from the hips. Then it really becomes a shoulder and chest cut. Okay, so we want to have the hips exactly under the shoulders. Okay, and then as we turn, let the hips drive this forward. All right, then the other side, if you remember, it's the same footwork, but the hand is slightly different at the very end. We step forward, tenkan, kesagiri, and then kiriage, but one-handed kiriage. And I keep forgetting to ask Numata Sensei the reason, but I think I know the reason. Because if I use this hand, it won't reach. If this hand is fully extended, this hand can't reach the sword. So then it sort of cramps my style. If this is fully extended, then it's not as powerful of a cut because this one has to be cramped up. Okay. So anyway, this side, it's the one-handed kiriage, upward cut. Other side, two-handed, upward cut. Okay. And always, you know, when hands are going down, for example, cutting, we like to drop our presence here, or I guess I could say we lose expansion. Where the neck is going up, we kind of drop it sometimes on strikes. So when hands are going down, or when we're striking our target, oftentimes then we think, okay, done. All right, and then Numata Sensei explains, it says you're losing your ki. But to put it into more direct or maybe Western terms, keep the expansion and the focus and the zanshin, the mindfulness. All right, so any strike or hands going down, put extra effort into keeping this expansion and this presence. Just Cliff, beautiful. You're embodying what I'm talking about exactly. A good example. Okay, so anyway, let's practice this a little bit. Here, kisagiri. Move the feet and kiriage. Other side. Left foot forward. Here, tenkan, kisagiri, kiriage. Careful of TVs and such. Very nice. Okay, and also, since this is kiriage, of course, the blade has to be facing up. Okay, so that means that your hand has to roll. Easier to show it on this side because we keep both hands. So of course, I'm not just taking my stick up this way. I have to roll my hands so that the blade actually faces 45 degrees, the direction that it's going. So here. So if we did it empty-handed, this hand would be like this, not like this. Okay, or it's going up this way, thumb down. Okay, I'm going to tie it in with something else later, so that becomes important. So pay attention to your hands on that upward cut. Here, kesa, kiriage. That right hand should be turned like this. Yes, with the thumb down-ish. This time left foot forward. Nice, Sarah. Kesagiri. Right foot forward. Get over here. Ooh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Good, good, good. Looking good, everybody. Uh-huh. And a reminder, when we come into the katate, the single hand cut, we want to balance this with the backhand here, not just dangling this hand. And it's really easy to forget that. So here, here, okay? Not just out here. Mm-hmm. Couple more. Uh-huh. It's nice. And free hand right here, Cliff. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry, I just couldn't see. Mm-hmm. Continue. Yes, nice, Thomas. Yeah. Yeah. And also the first cut, you guys, too. The first cut, really stretch your neck and head up on that one, too. I'm seeing beautiful finishes. And I'm seeing good enough first cuts. But see if you can stretch your neck up even more on this first cut. Because when you get to the end, then you have a chance to really think about it and really expand your presence. But try to remember it in the middle too. Wow, Cliff. It's so different, even just from watching from behind. Yeah. It should feel great too. Mm-hmm. Sarah, very nice. Beautiful, Sarah. Wow, nice, Sarah. Then one more thing, Sarah. When you bring your sword up like this, it's hard for me to see exactly, so I'm not quite sure, but it perhaps, it's just because I'm so close, you know, the camera's so close. So it looks like maybe your elbows are out here, and they should be more in here. And this is, once you work with sword more and more, this will feel more open, more vulnerable than this. Big difference, actually. You know, so anyway, try to think of a triangle, and not such a wide triangle, or not like a horizontal line, but an actual kind of steep triangle. Okay. Nice, Thomas. Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly, Thomas. Beautiful, Thomas. Yeah. Nice, Cliff. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then your last cut, Sarah. Again, I'm not quite sure because of the closeness, but it's okay. It looks like maybe you're going all the way out here, I think. If you've got the space and you're not going to smash a lamp or something, try to just, this continues out here, and it's the tip of your sword is on your center line. It looks like maybe you're bringing it out to here. And so your arm is going straight ahead, okay? And the tip of the sword is right about at your center line. Shouldn't be out here, and the arm shouldn't be coming out at a 45-degree angle, just right here. Again, don't do it though if you're going to smash something. Yeah. Yes. Yes, 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 nice. Okay, let's switch to Shoto, please. And if you don't have Shoto, yeah, go ahead, Sarah. You can.
Should I use a short knife or my sword if I don't have a Shoto?
Completely up to you. You can even switch back and forth if one ends up feeling better than the other. If you use your sword, then of course, you can just hold it here. But be careful because sometimes people bonk themselves in the head with the other end of it. Up to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Shoto in our right hand, and our right foot forward, shoulders up and back and down. Same pattern. Kesa and Kiriage. Yeah. And the tip of your blade should be right on your, we're in Hammi. We're in Hammi body. And so the tip of the blade is on this Hammi line. Other side. And the free hand is, has some consciousness to it. That's not the right way to say it. Be aware of your free hand. Don't just have it dangling out here in space. So all the way from the beginning, we keep this here. Right. Kesa. Kiriage. Yeah. Expanding the neck and the shoulders for both cuts, or in other words, the whole time. And of course, we still want to turn the hand as we cut up. Oops, still out of the camera frame. We still want to turn this hand as we cut upward. Okay, so that the blade is actually going, leading the way. The tooth of the sword, they say in Japanese. Ha. Great. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes. All right, let's set the Shoto aside. And we're going to imagine Shomanuchi attack. So we'll do the same thing, but empty-handed this time. Stepping forward, Kesa, Kiriage. check, especially at the end. It's a good opportunity. Zanshin, mindfulness, meditative state. And while you're doing that, check to see if there's as much space as possible between the ear and the shoulder. And the chest is expanded this way too. And the other side. Looking really nice. Okay, everything's really looking nice. Now, let's envision this strike a little bit more, and this strike going past us and pulling back this back shoulder. Okay. So before, when we were thinking of the cut, it's difficult to pull this shoulder back when you're cutting with it, isn't it? So this time we'll pull it back, and we don't need to do the cut. Right? Just will come in. If you like, you can do a technique. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Saltome Sensei, at least a few times that I've trained with him, he did this a lot back in, I guess it was like the early or mid 90s when I went to some of his things. Anyway, he turned what would have been the cut into a temi when the partner was just entering. And it was like this, here and here. So there was a stop and start when you took ukemi for it. It was a whoa, oh. It was like the leaf blower followed by a strong vacuum. It was really cool. Anyway, so since we've been doing this cut, anyway, let's change that cut to a slightly earlier and subtle half atemi, if you will. A slight atemi here and here. I'll come a little closer to the camera just in case it helps. So just lifting your arm as if you were getting ready to cut. Here, and then getting your shoulder out of the way. Here comes the strike. Okay? So we'll do that. Let that strike go right past your chest. Then, tenkan, kiriage. Then other side. And the partner's coming in, and just when they think about launching, we let this swing, we let it swing back then. Tenkan, kiriage. So, turn off this heater. Nice clip. Wow. Ooh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, so now I kind of, I've given myself all kinds of new inspiration that I didn't expect. I'm going to pick up the shoto again, and but new inspiration is a good thing. Anyway, atemi in most schools, people think of atemi like you know, coming from here, or more like boxing style, coming out like this. Atemi in AKI, very often we're coming from the bottom up. And some of the sword that I've been studying with Numata Sensei, he does things with the sword that shed new light on the ukemi that I took for some instances with Takeda Sensei back in 1990. Sometimes Takeda Sensei would be standing like this and you felt like you couldn't move. And now with Numata Sensei, he's got a full-length sword and it's pointed at your knee. And so this prevents you from coming in. It looks like this is stronger. Don't you come near me. You know, this looks like stronger atemi, but this is awfully strong too. To just what's the word? I can't remember the word. Anyway, to not encompass, but and not invade, but sort of to just be in this person's base, right? To occupy, that's the word I'm looking for, to fully occupy this person's base, right? Not quite dominate, but occupying, okay? So when we do atemi, let's try this sort of atemi, where we would just let this ride right up. And it's kind of there before you know it. Whereas this is something you want to fight against. And this is like, whoa, where did that come from when you're on the ukemi side of it? If it's done well. So it's just letting the shoulders and the arms be loose. And then giving a line and a destination. Okay, so the destination of this shoto would be to here. It would be to here. But still, even if we only get to here, or the knee, this is quite powerful, especially for a more sophisticated attacker. The more sophisticated attacker is picking up signals from the whole picture. So more sophisticated attacker doesn't need for you to get right here before they stop. Some people, you know, or you know, beginners too, they'll get more sensitive as they go. But for other people, this is enough. They know, like, oh, I've got a red light here. So we don't have to go too far with this. And if I come closer to the camera, you'll see here, if we were training in person and you saw this coming towards you, doesn't need to go up to your throat. And it doesn't even need to stay. If you're sensitive, if you're a sensitive attacker, it doesn't need to stay here. In fact, the longer it stays, the more you get to think of new ideas. But if it's there for a split second, it's already, exactly, Cliff, it's already served its purpose. It destabilizes the attacker for a moment. Then they get their stability back just when you're entering on the other side. That destabilizes them again. All right. So you can think of your arms like arms of scissors, right? So here and here. And then your feet can match that. So this swings forward. And then as it swings back, the other foot comes forward and you find yourself in irimi body, so that attack can go right past you. Then the rest is the same as what we've been doing. So yeah, let's do it a little bit with the shoto. At your own pace. And so now we're sort of forfeiting that first keisagiri. We won't really think about doing cuts at the cut at the beginning, but we'll keep the kiriage at the end. So it's just atemi and kiriage. Hint of atemi. Hint o atemi. It just swings. And let that chest move as if you weren't able to just swing the arm. Let the chest also move with it, because then the other one will balance it once you take that step. Okay, so if you took an exaggerated style of walking when you're walking down the street, okay, we walk down the street and we let our arms swing. But imagine if you walk kind of like you let those arms really affect your whole chest. So that's what we're going for. Okay, a little more. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's looking good. Very nice, very nice. Demi, two. Very, very, very nice. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice, Thomas. Uh-huh. Yes, yes, yes. And make sure of one more thing. Now the arms are swinging forward very nicely. I've had students, even black belts actually, at the dojo, where, you know, the partner is coming towards them. They do this atemi beautifully. And then when they enter, they keep this here oftentimes, without knowing it, of course, right? And then and sometimes we do it with the shoto also. And then they're turning, and uke is not moving this way. Well, of course, okay? So it's very easy to leave this shoto pointing here, to leave it at this forward swing and forget to let it drop again when you enter. And this creates a huge vacuum, psychologically, maybe physically too. But you'll see it reflected in your partner. When you let the swing away, they're destabilized here, and then again they're destabilized here. Part of it is because of this disappearing big. Okay, so be careful. Make sure that you don't come in here and enter and keep this here or even here. Let it go here. Okay. And I can't wait to hear reports from you guys using this when you get together with people, actually. Very nice, Sarah. Much better, much better, much better. Yes, Thomas, better. I haven't had a chance to watch yours yet, Cliff, but it was looking good before anyway. Yeah, beautiful, Cliff. Yes. Very nice, everyone. Okay. All right. So I want to try, let's keep our shoto, and let's try rooms again. And this has some turning around, but not quite as extreme as Shido like we did last time. So we'll try rooms. Sarah, I don't know whether you've done this with us yet, but maybe you've experienced breakout rooms. We're going to just pretend to throw each other. So Actually, maybe I'll pair myself up with Sarah first. And feel free to unmute yourselves. You know, the other day when I was teaching the kids, I clicked something and I got a message saying that I had muted everybody, and I didn't mean to do that. So anyway, feel free to unmute yourselves. If I accidentally mute you, please know that I didn't mean to. And assign manually. And let's see, room 1, add a room. I see, I've never done it this way. It's a different way of doing. So Sarah and myself will be in room 2. And then room 1 will be Thomas and Cliff. Okay. And what else did I want to say? Oh, that was the other thing. Last time, looks like we did 5 minutes total, 4 minutes and a 60-second warning. Give me a thumbs up, especially Cliff and Thomas. Give me a thumbs up if you think that 5 minutes total is good. Do we need less? Do we need more? I don't quite remember what the feedback was. Or just tell me. Yeah, sounds good? Okay. All right. Open all rooms. Here we go. So Thomas and Cliff, you'll be training together. And Sarah and I will be training together. Okay. I guess the guys will come back soon. It was a 60-second warning, 60-second notification. So they're probably, yep, looks like somebody's coming back right now. Time is it? 54, all right. Whose breakout room is that? Oh, join a breakout room. Nope. Huh, they're still not coming back? Yeah, here they come. All right, Thomas is back. All right, great, great, great. Okay, now I want to do something completely different, actually, for us, but also to sort of test the breakout rooms experience. So let's go to something with less turning, something that everybody's familiar with, like super familiar with. Let's do A, footwork, and let's do it with the imagining tenshi nage, okay? And we'll keep the shoto. So we step forward, and if you remember, we do tenshin, and then up and through. Okay, you can keep the shoto or not. If it feels strange, then don't worry about it. Anyway, so the hand with the shoto is the upward hand. Remember that when we go up and down with tenshi nage, we trace the center line first, and then we veer off it. Don't just make two direct lines. We're going up the center line and out. So anyway, we step forward, tenshin, and throw. Very nice. Other side, forward, and throw. Stretch that neck up. This is super basic. You guys are so used to this. So the footwork, after 1 or 2 times through, it should be totally automatic. So that frees up your brain to check other things, like expanding the neck upward and such. Here. Very nice. Yes. Let the elbow stay down. Actually draw the elbow into to the center line as you go up. And it veers out when you get to, yes, nice. Yeah. And what your body will want to do, your body will definitely want to come to this position. Sorry, your arm will want to get to this position and hook over your partner. If you've got a strong partner, it's really, it sets you up for disaster, for failure. So just like this kiriage that we did, let it come out here. Let it come out here. Let it be extended forward-ish, like 45 degrees or so from you. Don't put it out here 90 degrees. Don't draw the elbow out like that. But just the same as kiriage, even the thumb is pointing down. And then you take that step through. Beautiful, Cliff. Yeah. And left forward. Here. Yeah, extended forwardish. And then here. Very nice. I'm going to do it without the shoto. You can do as you like. Very nice, very nice. Remember to make sure that the low hand goes low. Keep some consciousness. Be aware, stay aware of that low hand. Don't neglect it. It has an important job. Really extend it down. Extending the neck up, extending the lower hand down, extending the upper hand 45 degrees, not 90. Nice. Okay. So this is less turning around, no tenkan, only tension. So let's try some breakout rooms with this one too. And maybe I'll train with Thomas this time. Let's see what we have here. There we go. Oh, I see. These are still here. So that means, okay. And then Sarah and Cliff can train together. All right. Okay, let's do breakout rooms. And we can compare and contrast the last breakout room experience and this one, different technique. more overtime than I expected. I guess they'll be coming back soon. In the meantime, I think let's sit down. Wonder if I can just cut them off completely anyway. Let's see what controls I have. Oh, here they come anyway. All right. I didn't realize we were this much overtime, everybody. So let's just wrap it up and then we'll have time for a chat afterwards too. All right, expand. Expanding, expand through the arms, compress into the palms. Right, let's bow out. Shomen ni. Right. Right. Arigatou gozaimashita. All right. Thank you, everybody. Feel free to unmute yourselves. And if you have time, feel free to stick around and ask questions or make some comments, whatever you like. Sarah, you look like you're about to say something. Not
I
yet.
was just thinking of something, but it's a bit of a random comment. But the thing you were talking about earlier with the sword pointing downwards, we actually have a specific kind of nickname for that guard in historical European martial arts, which is called it's called the Fool's Guard.
Oh, interesting.
Because it kind of tries to fool you into a false sense of security.
There you go. There you go. Interesting.
Thinking of that.
Uh-huh. Wow. I didn't know that. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, yeah, well, my comment is it was really interesting to be involved, you know, to participate in the breakout rooms. Other times I've sort of monitored what you guys are doing. I thought it was really interesting, both with Thomas and with Sarah. We tried taking ukemi, you know, square towards the camera, and then we tried taking it this way also. And I really preferred, I wouldn't say very, very strongly, but definitely. Clearly, I preferred towards the camera, which I didn't expect to be so clear about that, to differentiate between the two so clearly. But there was definitely a preference for direct towards the camera, at least for the techniques that we did. So that's one thing that I noticed. And for me, 5 minutes that we did was perfect. It gave us a chance, I think both times, it gave us a chance to switch maybe 3 times or 4 times, you know, 4, 4, 4, or I think with Thomas, did we do 4, 4, 4, 4? Maybe, I don't quite remember, but it seemed like enough time. Yeah. Other thoughts about breakout rooms or the whole class or anything at all?
I think, like I was sort of expecting, I have to, for the first breakout room, I had to use my imagination a lot more since I'm going around my partner.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you can't quite respond to what's in front of you. You sort of have to use your imagination.
Yep.
The second one, you could respond to what's in front of you. Their arm goes high, your arm goes high. Their arm goes low, your arm goes low. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know good, bad, right, or wrong, but I had to use my imagination more for the first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, and I also, this is kind of a little funny thing about your atemi, the low atemi,
Yeah.
that low atemi. So I've trained a lot with Frank Duran Shihan, and one of his low atemis is right for aiming for the male's vulnerable section.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
He really likes doing that. You just kind of almost double over, you know.
Uh-huh. Wow.
He's very good at that.
Uh-huh. Cool, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Other comments or insights or questions or anything? Okay. I have one more question. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I really like the breakout rooms. That's just my general comment. Like I enjoyed being able to have the idea of doing the technique with someone rather than just doing the technique with the air or an imaginary person.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I enjoyed that extra element of someone actually responding.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Okay. That's really, I'm trying to gather information on how this is landing with people. So great. I really enjoyed it too. And Cliff, I exactly understand what you're saying. And that's why I did those two techniques. Because one, we lose track of the camera and the screen, and the other one we don't. And I wanted to compare them for myself as well. So my next question, and I think that I already know, I think you're already saying what I'm feeling, but I just want to confirm or correct. Even though I had to use my imagination on the turning one, it was still just as fun as when we were doing Tenshinage. But maybe that's a personality thing. So did you, losing track of the screen and the camera, does that make it, even if it's just a little bit, did it make it a little bit less enjoyable or interesting for you, Cliff?
I would say it made it a little less enjoyable and a little less of the direct experience, which I'm looking for with my partner.
Yeah.
It removed some of the immediacy of responding to my partner, because I now have to go, okay, now my partner will be there and I'm running around this way.
Yeah.
So it's a little less enjoyable for me, but on the other hand, you do have to like use your imagination, or me use my imagination, to sort of figure out now what's happening here.
Yeah.
You know, which is what I need to do with a lot of this stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a partner with me, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so in fact, I need to, you know, with Thomas Sensei, I realized, you know, and with you, but I need to work on my imagination of how's my partner, and to picture, oh, now my partner's shoulders here, and if I really want to do something other than just a cut, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is a challenge no matter what. Even if you are looking at the screen and the camera, this is quite a challenge, and we've all made progress in this, but this is tough. So okay. Yeah, I think one of the things that actually was enjoyable for me was the fact that I took the wrong, I don't even remember, I think it was with Sarah. I went like some crazy way taking ukemi, and I said, oh, wait, whoa, no, I just did something totally irrelevant, you know, and it actually kind of made it more fun. But if we did that every single week, then maybe it wouldn't be fun. Maybe it's fun because it was my first time in doing it in a breakout room, you know. Maybe it would get annoying if I got lost like that every single time. So balance of techniques, I guess. Some where there's not much turning, and then maybe every now and then wild card where we're turning or something.
I think I enjoyed them both for different reasons personally. Like I enjoyed the first one because of the confusion and the trying to figure out, hey, how does it work? That's enjoyable to me, at least. even if it's sometimes also really frustrating, it's also enjoyable. It has its own like kind of appeal, but then I also enjoy doing a technique where I'm like feeling a bit more confident in it and can like more go for that connection, like, oh, let me try to really respond to what my partner is doing. So I
Right.
think they both have their own like thing that you get from it.
Cool. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Thomas, I don't want to ignore you. But anyway, if you have something to add, feel free. If not, that's okay.
Nothing special today.
Got it. Got it. Okay. All right. Well, I really enjoyed it as usual. And the lesson plan that I had in my mind, totally gone. I ended up not getting there because I was so inspired with this other thing, especially the Zatemi. I had forgotten all about that. It's I've always enjoyed that. I just like how it feels. So went off on a tangent. Thanks for going on the tangent with me.
I really like that, Sensei.
Nice.
I really enjoyed that, Atemi, because you learn a kind of flow with your body, forward, sideways.
Yeah.
There's a certain flow that was really nice with that.
Nice, nice. Glad to hear that. And it's not it helps keep people from this feeling of aggression when they do atemi. You know, I see so many people do atemi. First of all, the face goes angry a lot of times. I'm doing a martial art, you know. But the atemi that has always been super powerful for me, I'll never forget this one time. I was taking ukemi from my senpai. I went for katadori, and I was fourth dan at the time, and frankly, I prided myself on my ukemi, and people always say, "Oh my God, your ukemi is so good." I always got compliments on my ukemi, and I had pride, and I had confidence in my ukemi. And his ukemi for katadori. You go with me to Japan sometime, train with Suzuki Sensei, Lia Suzuki Sensei. His atemi for katadori is this. It's not this. You know, it's not from out here. It's not from here. It's not from here. It's here. And you just do not see it coming. And it's so smooth and so unassuming, but so big. And I really remember in front of my students, in front of my white belt students, I was fresh back from Japan. And all of a sudden, this hand was on my face like this. It was completely on my face. No like no time to react. And nobody else ever managed to do that to my face in Katadori Ukemi. Only him that one time. Oh, so anyway, yeah, it's the unassuming ones are the ones that really, really can make a difference. So another tangent. So anyway, a couple of announcements now. I'm working to get this new website up that has some better automations and can handle all of this virtual stuff better. It's not finished yet, but I'm working on it. Now I have Ranju from Mumbai, India, helping me. So anyway, but I am going to have a proper body alignment in movement course. 4 classes, I think, Saturdays at this time slot for the month of April. So April 3rd and 4 Saturdays in a row. And yeah, I think it'll be this time slot. I also have some people interested in teacher training. So then I think that this will be 1 hour, say, you know, this time slot, and then maybe 1.5 hour break, and then people for the teacher training course for 4 classes every Saturday, the month of April. I don't know yet many more details than that. But anyway, if you have interest in either one of those, mark your calendars. And one more announcement, May 29th, is a virtual seminar with myself, of course, and then also Ikeda Sensei, Numata Sensei, Linda Holiday Sensei, Jan Nevilia Sensei, and Kayla Feder Sensei. 6 instructors. So it should be really interesting. And I think the theme is going to be, how has our Aikido changed thanks to the pandemic? So we'll be moving, but we will say a little something about that, I believe, unless we decide on a different theme. So again, I'm still building the web pages and the emails, all of that, but mark your calendars, May 29th, and then every Saturday in April. Okay? Hope to see you there. And please stay safe. I've been hearing that Europe is really going through a tough time again now. So I got my first dose of Moderna yesterday, 2 days ago. Yeah.
Good.
So
Congratulations.
what's that, Sarah?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. So then I tried to schedule the second dose, no availability. So I have to try every day on the website to get that. So hopefully see you in Europe someday. So, all right, everyone. Anything else from your side? No. Okay. Thanks so much, and see you next Wednesday. Please stay safe. Please stay healthy. Give your dog a pat
Thank
on the head
you.
from me, Cliff. Thank you.